Hello, welcome to Theater Watch. This is a special edition of Theater Watch. I'm here at First Avenue Playhouse with Joe Bagnole, the executive producer of the theater. And we are here to acknowledge and celebrate the fact that First Avenue Playhouse has been in operation for fully 30 years now. Now, I don't usually date these videos, but it is November 1st, 2018. And in November of 1988, First Avenue Playhouse began operating under that name. Not in this building necessarily, but as First Avenue Playhouse. So, Joe, thank you for sitting down and talking with me about First Avenue Playhouse.
No problem.
And I wanted to congratulate you on 30 years of doing business.
Yeah, thanks.
So what I wanted to talk about basically is First Avenue, how it came into being. We have a lot of theaters in this area. There are some unique features of First Avenue Playhouse, which perhaps not everyone is aware of. And if you could tell us how you got to the point where you felt that you needed to have your own home for operating a theater company.
That's easy to answer, because about 40 years ago, we had a company called On Stage Theater Company, and that was myself, Norm Posner, and Gary Stern, along with other people, of course. But that company was like, every time we booked it somewhere, we were more of a touring company than an in-house. We didn't have a space. We just toured with it. And then we would get bumped for a wedding or something, and we'd come up in a restaurant where we couldn't perform. And we were getting tired of it. We were getting tired of lugging the furniture and the stuff that to produce any show. Then around beginning of 1988, I ran into a friend of mine who had a building down the street at 42 First Avenue, and his place was empty, and he wanted to know if I wanted to do theater there, and I said absolutely. So I talked to everybody else, and we decided to give it a shot, and we went there first under Starburst Production, trading as the First Avenue Playhouse. So then we were there for 2 years, but it was a small place. It only sat 48 people. So we were constantly turning people away. So we decided to look for another spot, and we came up to this spot at 123, which was a gym at the time. And before that, it was an office building, things like that. But it was a gym when I approached the landlord. And the guy that was running the gym, they were leaving. So this was available. And she made a generous donation to help us buy the theater.
By the building.
Buy the building,
Yeah.
And, so we were able to do that, thank God. And been here ever since.
Now, you and Gary Stern, Norm Posner, were all partners in the First Avenue.
Yeah, we all became together.
Yeah. And at some point, I know Gary went off to operate his own theater, knowing how well this operation was running. And Norm, I guess, just retired to Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. So that left you holding the reins of First Avenue Playhouse.
Right.
And that happened when? In about 1995 or thereabouts?
Thereabouts. It was, I think Gary Stern passed away around that time.
Okay.
And then later on, Norman moved to Florida, and then just recently, he passed away.
Right. So you're the
I'm it.
you're the last Indian standing.
I'm it. Yeah.
So that's how First Avenue Playhouse came to be. What was, trivia question, what was the first production you put up on stage as First Avenue Playhouse in the little candy store down the street?
It was a very famous play called last of the Red Hot Lovers.
And that's you.
Yeah.
Last of the Red Hot Lovers, here we are.
Yeah.
So, 30 years later, we have just completed our 30th year, and now in November, we are going to begin our 31st year. So come and celebrate First Avenue Playhouse with us. We have a full calendar of shows prepared for 2019. As we get those shows finalized, you'll find out about them on our website, firstavenueplayhouse.org. In the meantime, thank you for sitting down and talking with us.
No problem.
So,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, so that's it for Theater Watch. My name is Dave Conover with Joe Bagnole. Good evening. Thank you.
Bye.